Hey guys, it's Laura Lely. Long time no see, I know. First things first, I will say, apologies for any unwanted noise in the background of this video or any of the next few videos I record. It is one of Oklahoma's rare beautiful days outside, and I really wanted the window open so I could experience some fresh air, which I don't do that often. But bad news is my neighbor's dogs occasionally decide to go on a barking bender, so hopefully that won't be a huge issue for this, but you never know. So, okay, we are back with Fullmetal Alchemist. It's been a while. I'm very aware. I'm very, very aware. I've been dealing with some stuff. I made a video about it and everything, and what's important right now is I'm getting back on it, and it's not going to be a set schedule like it had been before, even though I've rarely ever followed that set schedule, but it's going to be when I get them recorded and when I put them up, sort of thing, so just keep your eyes open. Unfortunately, YouTube does not help in that area of anything, you know, the whole, they don't show subscribers their subscriptions anymore, so just have to check every once in a while, I'd assume. So, yeah. Before we get into this episode, I do want to say that I'm working on some new stuff for Patreon, so if you haven't got on my Patreon before, old stuff is still going to be there. $1 tier gets access to all posts, all Patreon exclusive posts, which I'll get more to that in a second. $5 tier gets full-length timer reactions to all of the episodes. So it's the full reaction, but you sync up your own video with it. And then $10 tier is you get to request a video from me one time, which I am going to be working on those soon. The first one I need to do requires a bit of writing, so I need to get on that, but yeah. One thing I'm thinking of starting for Patreon, which I asked about on Patreon and then I kind of shared the link on my Discord and Twitter, was doing some Patreon exclusive things. I offered up two options. One of them seemed a bit more popular than the others. I'll probably do a whole video on this later, asking more people's opinion on it, because I want to know what would draw people into Patreon as well as what my patrons already would like. But one of my ideas was a Patreon exclusive reaction series, like doing like a short form series like the Ghost Stories dub or something like that, where it's short, it's fun, and that would be for $1 patrons and up. And then I thought about doing rewatches, so going back through shows I've already watched before and that I enjoy, like My Hero Academia or Black Butler or on High School Host Club, and going through and doing a rewatch series to that. So it's not like a full reaction, it's more like commentary, me going through the episodes again of a show I love and just kind of like giving my opinions, my analysis of it, because I find with the shows I love I tend to talk a whole lot more about them, so there's that. But yeah, so that's what I've got going on Patreon right now. Link as always to that is in the description if you want to check it out. Especially in the lead up to RTX. I am broke. And I probably will be for the next several months. But yeah. Anyway. So yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist. We are on episode 14. I went back and I skimmed the last couple episodes just to get myself back up to where I was at, since it has been a while. And therefore it's probably going to take me a little bit to like fully catch up in the watching of it, you know, catch up where I was at with knowledge and stuff. It's gonna be hard for me to remember some stuff at first, but I shall do my best, and please be patient. The last episode was Full Metal vs. Flame. It was like a lot of like slice of life kind of moments with them. It was Al trying to adopt a cat, and them trying to find a home for Hayate, which was the cutest thing ever. And then we finally had Ed's alchemy exam in the form of a fight against Mustang. So that was rad. Very interesting fight that ended basically when Mustang had a war flashback to Ishval. And then, yeah. So, that's where we're at now. And I think we should just jump into it. This is episode 14, Destruction's Right Hand. Lior. Great. Yikes. Yikes.
But Rose, isn't it bad we're not fighting too?
Well, if it isn't our personal profit.
Work well.
Please, I only mobilize the believers. Before long, believers find differences between each other and fight. It's only better
It's really gonna
now
be
with the
interesting to
military
see
stepping into
what they do with the villains
No matter how many
in
times they repeat the
this
lesson, they never
version.
learn. Human beings are foolish, miserable things, aren't they?
all this
So I imagine they have a
production
quite
just to make a
different endgame.
philosopher's stone.
And therefore different motives. Yep.
Why don't we tell him the truth, Les? Cornella's been gone a rather long time.
Eat him.
He's pissed! I never like Gluttony anymore.
Humankind cannot gain anything without first.
Oh! New intro! I like that this one's a lot more upbeat than the last one. Oh, I like that sequence. Oh yeah. And the thing with Scar is ramping up. Girl.
Right now, that boy is the closest one to our goal. We can't afford to have him moving around, acting on behalf of his own interests. Not anymore.
I'm done, Lost.
Now, what if I told you? Wipe your mouth, Gluttony.
Sorry.
So,
Scar. That a code name?
Yeah, I forgot that in the
No, it's
last
all we've
episode.
got.
The
Several eyewitnesses have described a man with a
said that
large
he's
scar on his forehead.
killed at least
fleeing the
5
scenes of the
alchemists so
murders.
far.
And you're sure he killed them all? 9, actually.
9?
5 kills in Central. 4 of them alchemists. Cops have turned up 5 more state alchemists in various other parts of the country. If you throw in aides and guards who got in the way, he explodes their brains, Roy.
Oh.
Don't know why he's doing it. Everyone's panicked they'll be next.
So all of Central
They never
Command
actually
needs to
explain what
accept
Scar
the
does to them
Führer
in
came
the
in
other
mass,
series, so
thinking not even a killer would come
graphic.
to this backwoods place.
Pardon me.
Oh, thanks. I'm very flattered, but I have a 3-year-old girl.
Oh my
saying that-
gosh.
You have a call?
Oh, right, sorry.
Ugh.
Down!
Why?
Ow!
This is a bad idea. I'm filling up with straw.
Oh. Adorable.
Who's that?
Hey.
A state alchemist. I recognize him from HQ.
Why is he here? Did he follow us?
I don't know how else to explain it. The colonel said he's never reported Marco's whereabouts to Central Command. We better go straight to Marco's from here.
I couldn't bear it going back to that place.
That's not it. Listen.
Put the gun down. Please shoot if you want, but I won't die. You're the only one who might get hurt.
Dang, Al.
You're him. You're the full metal alchemist.
No, for the 100th time. That name belongs to me.
I can't show you my work. The orders from above notwithstanding, I dirtied my hands with that research. Then the military, they put it to use on those people in that Eastern Rebellion massacre.
You mean the uprising in Ishbal?
All they said was the people of Ishbal defied them, spoke out against the system. What I was responsible for I could never make up. Even taking my life would be a token gesture.
I'm a ranking state alchemist. I have a right to that research and anything else you know.
You're way too small for these concerns. I bet you were blinded by the abundant privileges, access to research and prestige, so you joined their ranks.
I know what we're doing is stupid, okay? It's not your problem.
Yeah, he's the first to rebel against the hierarchy.
Dr. Marco. Brother, what are you doing?
Guesswork.
Pretty good guesswork.
Circles.
No!
Good job, Ed.
The Sage's Stone, the Celestial Stone, the Great Elixir, the Red Tincture, the Next Element. Did
This
you
dude
really
again.
think a substance of so many names would be limited to just the form of a stone?
You've wormed your way up.
You're damn right, Crystal Alchemist. And now you'll turn the Philosopher's
Crystal
Stone and your
Alchemist.
research over to me.
I don't think we ever heard his alchemist name, if he had one,
Experimental
in
leap at best, roulette at worst.
Brotherhood.
You never...
That's
You're saying the military
Horrifying.
hasn't just looked for the stone? In the past, it's worked to develop it?
Never mind that it isn't perfect. It was made by human hands and it worked. That proves the concept is possible. The Philosopher's Stone's not a myth. Where are the design specs?
My hands are already stained. Please.
This is just like before. Maybe I haven't grown an
It's
inch
gonna be
since then.
something stupid.
But I can't let my heart stay stunted too.
Oh! Straight up demolished that car.
Just as I got my hands on this.
Yeah, I don't think he
Get
really
away!
cares. Gross image.
In the name of the great Almighty One, thou shalt perish.
What if Ed has anything
It's
to say about
okay.
it?
Leave me behind.
Full Metal Alchemist Edward Elric. You won't escape either.
He knows my name too? What's going on here?
He knows all
What
the
have I ever done to
alchemists,
make
but-
enemies? Okay, bad question, but nothing bad enough to kill me over.
I remember the line he said in Brotherhood when he was
Brother,
fighting
this
Scar.
way.
Cave in.
Eyes that were strong and peered into the endless distance, as if seeing something we could not. It was 3 years ago, yes.
Brother!
Ow!
Don't mistake your fortune. That alchemy was designed for human flesh. That's why you escaped with only a dent. Alchemists are those who take things away from their natural form and convert them into something grotesque. In hubris, they profane God, creator of all, claiming that they have a better design.
I may not have a state certification, but
Why do you seek death?
I don't. Then you should understand why I can't just sit by and watch my brother get killed. Even you should.
I do. I understand exactly how it feels to watch your brother murdered before your eyes, when you can't do a thing.
Yeah, that really
In
wasn't
fact,
gonna help your
maybe.
argument now.
I'll show Ed!
Design for human flesh. Wrong arm, bud.
Automail. So your right arm begets nothing but destruction also.
Don't you start with that. We're nothing alike, pal.
Yeah!
Great Alchemist, what's he doing here?
You've come for Dr. Marco?
Then why don't you try passing judgment on me? That's Alex Louis Armstrong, the strong-arm alchemist.
That you would come here and save me the tribulations of finding you.
He just found a whole bundle
Blessed
of
God,
alchemists
full of
that day.
grace.
Don't pray just yet. You're facing the technique that's been passed down the
Armstrong
Armstrong line for
generations.
generations. That's hardly a blessing.
We came to liberate this town from that tyrant Cornelius.
That was a weakly animated and executed slap. I'm sorry.
We'll fix it ourselves. We've got legs. We'll get up and use them.
Aww. Good on her.
But I can't forget the faces of all those people we saw today, and you used that in their treatments, right?
Aww. Oh, that's cool contrast. Good episode. Good episode. Of course it is. It's Full Metal. As with most of these episodes so far, I'm just intrigued to see what they're gonna do with the storyline. Because this episode was kind of similar to what happened in Brotherhood, but kind of different. And I can't compare it to the manga yet, because I haven't started. Even though I've bought the first 4 collections. So I have volumes 1 through 12 right now, but I haven't read them yet. Probably should do that. But it's interesting to see what differs. Sometimes you get like a bit more information, whether it's from the manga or not. In this one, like Marco's alchemist name, which we never heard that in Brotherhood, unless I am just completely blanking on it, but I like to think I remember Brotherhood pretty well. And like I said, I'm really interested to see where they're going to go with different characters' motivations, like the villains, the homunculi. Obviously they wouldn't have known the end goal when they were making this show, so what they end up giving as their motivations, their end game, that's going to be a whole different can of worms, I'm sure, though they're seeking the Philosopher's Stone too, in some way. The different voices kind of throw me off a bit because I am so used to Brotherhood, so like Envy's voice is a bit different, Dr. Marco's voice is different, but I'm trying to get used to it. Though Aaron Dismuke as Al still continues to be an absolute delight. He's my favorite part of every episode. It's so good. He had a lot of great moments in this one too, like standing up to Dr. Marco, standing up to Scar, the whole "you lost an older brother, shouldn't you know how it feels," even though that backfired on him because, yeah, that's exactly the point. Scar lost an older brother and he knows how that feels. But, yeah. And I'm interested to see where they're going to go with Scar, because so far it seems pretty similar to where it was before, but obviously we don't know if I don't know if he'll get that same redemption arc this time around, because in this one he's still like destroying alchemists because they're perverting alchemy, and he's doing it in the name of God, but we all know it's in the name of revenge for what the State Alchemists did in Ishval. But I'm interested to see where they're gonna go with his character. So like I said, we still seem to be kind of in the vein of where the episodes were going. We got to see Dr. Marco working in the town, gave them info on the Philosopher's Stone. Not a whole lot of info, but they're still traveling with him. And we'll see where that goes, but yeah. So happy to see Alex Louis Armstrong, the Strong-Arm Alchemist. Not quite as ostentatious in this episode as he is in any given episode of Brotherhood, but, you know, here we are. But yeah, really good episode, and really looking forward to get back into it. I feel like I'm not saying enough this episode, but it's, you know, partially because I'm still trying to get back into swing of where this storyline is going. Absolute butt of a dog. Yeah, I'm still trying to get back into the swing of the storyline myself, so hopefully I'll be able to have a lot more discussion points as we get going along. And yeah, so I hope to record more of these soon, as well as getting back on Steins Gate. I'm also continuing to catch up with Camp, and don't know a whole lot what I'm gonna do other than that. I had said before that I was gonna start Fruits Basket, but Megan changed her mind at the very last minute, so we will not be reacting to Fruits Basket. But yeah, so we'll see. But thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. I'm glad to be back. And I'll see you guys in the next video.